Hey guys, Thunder E here, and yes, what are you really getting with the brand new iPhones? Apple finally just announced the brand new iPhone XS, the XS Max, and the iPhone XR. Three new iPhones for you with three brand new prices. As we said earlier, this video is brought to you by our friends at Unbox, so definitely go ahead and check them out to find out about the latest products from your favorite influencers out there, to see what they think and also what is ranking top on the list for this week. It probably is the iPhone. So let's jump into what the iPhone XS, the XS Max, and the XR are all about. Again, the naming structure is a little funky. It's called XS in my mind, and XS Max and XR. So let's see what we have here. So Apple announced three devices. I'm going to start with the last device they announced, which is the iPhone XR. The XR is basically the budget iPhone. It replaces all people are looking for something cheaper and inexpensive. Pricing is $749. That doesn't sound like budget pricing, but that is what it is. And what you have here is a device that is 6.1 inches. It's got an LCD display. Resolution is 1792 by 828. PPI is 326 if you care about that. This is a 6.1 inch LCD display, as I mentioned. Now you also do have max brightness of 625 nits. This of course supports Face ID, because you've got a notch on top, which means you've got that brand new, at least from last year, the True Depth camera, which is a 7 megapixel camera, f-stop of 2.2. You can do 1080p at 60 frames per second. We'll also do the brand new Smart HDR for photos, so you can expect that with this camera, which is quite interesting. Now the rear camera is a 12 megapixel camera. This is a single camera lens, is aperture of f1.8, up to 5x zoom. You've also got the Smart HD for photos as well. You also have all the other aspects of the camera you expect. You've got the portrait lighting. You can also do the bokeh with the sport portrait, so you can actually customize how deep or how light you want your bokeh modes in there. Other than that, it's still very similar with the iPhone there. You've still got, of course, your dual speakers built into this device as well. So basically, it feels like a refreshed iPhone 10, if you will, except sizing is just a little bit larger, and it is 6.1 inches and an LCD display. As I said, it will be priced at $749. So that's, of course, what I would consider the budget iPhone for this year. And let's move on to the big boys, the two big devices. Oh, before I forget, the iPhone XR actually comes in 6 colors. You've got yourself orange, you've got yellow, you've got red, you've got white, you've got black, and you have blue. And the capacities are 64 gigabytes, 128, and 256. This will be available on the 26th of October, so that's when you can go ahead and pick this up. Now, moving along to the iPhone XS and the XS Max. These, of course, are the flagship iPhones. The pricing for both of these are much higher than you expect. The XS starts at $999, and the XS Max starts at $1,099, so at least $1,100 for the XS Max. Now, both of them come in gold, space gray, and silver in terms of colors. Capacities are 64, 256, and 128 gigabytes. Now, in terms of resolution and screen sizes, the XS is a 5.8 inch display. It's an OLED display. You've also got HDR built into it. Supports Dolby Vision HDR10. Resolution for the XS is 2435 by 1125, PPI of 458, while the XS Max is a 6.5 inch OLED display. Pretty much one of the larger displays out there. HDR built in, supports Dolby Vision HDR10. Resolution is 2688 by 1242. So both models support True Tone displays, 3D touch. Both have a max brightness of 625 in terms of nits brightness right there, and of course support multiple fingers and languages there. Now they're both powered by the brand new A12 chipset, which is a 7nm chipset for the Bionic chipset, and they both have dual rear cameras. Now these cameras have f-stop of 1.8 and 2.4. We also have a 2x optical zoom and a 10x digital zoom. They both support the Smart HDR photos and the brand new bokeh modes, where you can customize your bokeh. There's a hybrid IR filter, autofocus on focus pixels. A lot of features there in this camera. We have to take a look at it and see how it works. 4K recording at 60 frames is still there, and of course your slow-mo is 1080 at 240 frames per second. Now the front-facing camera is still the same. You've got true depth sensing, so 7 megapixel f2.2. You've got, of course, the portrait bokeh mode with depth control as well into that. Smart HDR photos in this as well. And you should be able to use this to full extent. We have to see how well those work with this device. But just to be fair though, that bokeh depth sensing control was something Samsung did 2 years ago, starting with the Galaxy S8 line. So that's something that isn't brand new. But we'll have to see how the iPhone makes this work and if this is actually something we should be super excited about. So these are the three devices. To me, there's nothing truly revolutionary here because again, this is what Apple does with the S line. They tend to do refreshes of what they did with their previous line. So all the devices look the same. They do all have a notch on top of them. They do have thinner bezels all as well. They do have all three have stereo speakers included. Wireless charging will be on the XS, the 10S and the 10S Max. No word on the 10R. There is water and dust resistance in all of them, if you will. Now, in terms of pricing, we mentioned that we're looking at starting from $749 for the 10R all the way to $1099 for the 10S Max, and the 10S is $999. So there you have it with the iPhone 10. You can pick up 10S, sorry. Again, if you can pick up the 10S and the 10X Max coming the 21st of this month. Pre-orders will start on Friday. So let me know your thoughts. Which of these are you picking up? Is it the iPhone 10s, the 10s Max, or will you just rather go for the iPhone 10R? That might be the device for you. Leave your thoughts down below. I will be getting two devices to check out. I am not super excited about these. If somebody can change my mind and let me know what's really crazy and exciting about these devices that I should pay attention to, I will try and do that. But the cameras, we will pay full attention to those. And myself and my buddy Marian Sells, we'll be doing a camera review, checking out how good it is from a professional photographer's perspective of what the 10s Max can actually do. So if you have any questions or any comments, let me know. I'll try and answer them for you. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share this video. Favorite this video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely go check out our friends at Unboxed who sponsored this video to find out more about other influencers, what they think about devices like the iPhone 10, why they're excited about it, why they're not excited about it, where it ranks up on the table, and check out some of the product lists they have. So like myself, I do have a few lists there for you guys to check out. Go and see it, check out Unboxed, and also subscribe, and always enjoy your entertainment.